Good evening, groovy citizens, and happy fantastic Friday to each and every one of you. Y'all, today has been a great day. Started out cold. I won't lie to you about that. It was like 40-some degrees early this morning, but now it is 67 degrees. The sun is out, the birds are chirping, and it's the weekend, y'all. So I don't know what kind of week you've had, and it doesn't even really matter at this point because it is the weekend. So now it is time for you all to sit back, relax, get some rest, get some projects done. I'm gonna correct this window just a little bit. Get some projects done around your home, or if you have to work, do that too. Now, as for me, I'm probably not going to do much this evening, but I actually do need to work on a project.
Phone book update failed.
Thank you. I do have a project that I'm working on that I can't quite tell you all about just yet, but I am working on that. And I have 2 candles that I need to give out tomorrow because they're my testers. I need to try those out before I move forward with producing more of that fragrance. So I'm glad I said that out loud because I do need to do that. And what else? I'm going to record a podcast tonight. It's not going to go live till tomorrow because, honey, tomorrow is going to be somewhat of a long day. I will be attending the Circle of Champions live speakers boot camp from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then when I'm done there, I have to get home and record tomorrow's car conversation. And then while that's uploading, get myself, kind of unwind, get myself together so I can relax for the evening. But I also do need to get my suit together for Sunday because this is Communion Sunday at Metropolitan Baptist Church. We are located in Largo, Maryland. If you want to come and worship with us, we have service at 8 a.m. and 10:15 p.m. I will be there for both services because it's Communion Sunday. And so if you're there, look for me, come by and say hi. Now, let's jump into today's topic, which is a really good one. And as always, everything I share with you will be in the description box. And we're going to be talking about reminders that you need when dealing with tough times, okay? And the reality is that we all have dealt, are dealing, or will deal with tough times. You will not make it through this life without dealing with some tough times. Now, I'm not trying to throw that on you. I'm not wishing that on anybody. So please don't think that's what I'm saying, because I'm not. That is just a reality. That's a fact. That's not a theory. That is a fact that we all deal with tough times. Now, the level of toughness in those times, it depends on the individual and what's going on, but we all will go through them. So here are 8 reminders that you need to keep with you when dealing with tough times. Number 1, remember that everything is temporary. And when I say everything, I mean everything is temporary. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everything. You and I, we're temporary. We are here but for a season. And when God sees fit to call us home, it's a wrap. So everything is temporary. So just remember that this too shall pass and you will overcome it. So if you're going through something right now, it could be dealing with your finances, a relationship, it could be with your job, whatever the case may be. Just remember that this too shall pass. Keep that in the back of your mind. Put that on a sticky note or a 3x5 card or whatever you need to write it on. But keep that in mind always, that everything is temporary and this too shall pass and you will overcome it. So whatever situation you find yourself in, just keep telling yourself, Lord, I will overcome this. And the good thing is, having gone through whatever it is that you're going through, it's going to make you a much better person in the end. Number 2, you are stronger than you think. A lot of times people experience life, or as people like to say, life gets to life. And it does. It feels heavy. And you wake up, and because I've had these, my hand is raised because y'all know I keep it real with you. But I've had times where I would wake up in the middle of the night and I said, Lord, this is too heavy. I can't do this. And I'm a competitive power lifter. I have many trophies and medals in my house from competitions that I've won. But sometimes life gets heavy. And I said, Lord, I just cannot do this. It's too heavy. And I want to just put it down. And God comes and whispers in my ear and says, Michelle, we've been through things bigger than this. Look how far you've come. You have come too far to give up now. So you are stronger than you think you are. And you really are, because I guarantee you right now, somebody under the sound of my voice, you're going through something. And you think to yourself, I remember when I had to deal with ABCXYZ. Wow, that was awesome. That was a rough time in my life, but it's awesome that I was able to overcome it and get where I am now. And that's the thing that will trigger your mind to say, you know what? If I got through that, I can get through this. Number 3, sometimes good things fall apart so that better things can come together. That is so true. That is so true. Sometimes good things have to fall apart so better things can come together. Some of you all, under the sound of my voice, you are in the process of dealing with your finances falling apart, that relationship falling apart, that car that you love so much falling apart. And God needs to allow those things to fall apart so that good things can come together. Because here's the thing, and I've talked about this before. If you don't let go of what you have, you cannot get what God has in store for you. Do I need to show you how that works again? When your hands are clasped together because they're full of whatever you're holding on to, and you're saying, Lord, bless me, Lord, I need, Lord, can you? And he says, yeah, I want to, but you have no way to receive it because your hands are already full. So when he lets that thing fall apart, look at that. Your hands now become open and you are ready to receive that which he has for you. So I need you to keep that in mind, that whenever something falls apart, you may be crying in your corner saying, Lord, this relationship was supposed to last forever and it's not. And what am I going to do? Well, guess what? God always knows something that we don't know. And God is allowing that relationship to fall apart because he has somebody else better for you. But until you got rid of that person, you can't see this other person that he has. Number 4, remember that you are needed in the world even when you doubt it. I want to say that one more time. You are needed in this world even though you may be doubting it. As the song says, I need you. You need me. We're all a part of God's body. Stand with me. Agree with me. We're all a part of God's body. It is his will that everything be, what is the word? Everything be provided, I think it is. You are important to me. I need you to survive. So this is why when I hear of people who life has just got so heavy for them and they decided they didn't want to live anymore, they don't know that song. And when I say know that song, I mean know it to truly know that this world needs all of us. I know you may be thinking, but Michelle, you don't know these bad kids that live on my block. No, I don't. But the world still needs them. And they definitely need the world. They just haven't come to figure that out yet. But we all need each other. This world cannot function without each other. And do you know the only time in my lifetime that I've seen us really come together as a people is when we were going through 9/11. Many of you remember that. That was a very scary time. I was at work. I'll never forget it. I was at work. And I honestly thought the world was coming to an end because OPM had sent out the signal to, everybody need to go home. And I was in DC. And so, of course, the subways, I don't even think they were running. The streets were packed with people and cars and folks blowing their horns and herds of people. I was trying to cross the street this way, but the crowd was hurting me that way because I had talked to my sister and she was a few blocks over from where I was. So I said, well, let me just make my way to where you are. And then my mom picked us up from her building. But it was tough trying to get there because the crowds and people were pushing and shoving. I mean, it was just horrible. Like I said, I actually thought the world was coming to an end. But the reality is that after that incident, I saw people on the news coming together, linking up arms, linking up hands, and relying on each other to get through that tough and very scary time. And then how quickly we forget when we go back to, I don't like you because of the color of your skin, or because of where you live, or what you drive, and all those other silly things. In that moment of 9/11, nobody cared where you lived. Nobody cared what color your skin was. Nobody cared what you drove, or how much money you had in the bank, or even where you worked. People needed each other. And we put all that petty foolishness aside. And I would love to see us continue to do that. Let's stop disliking people because of the color of their skin and all that other superficial, frivolous stuff, because none of that matters. At the end of the day, we need each other. In order for me to go into the grocery store to buy my groceries, I need a cashier to bring up my purchases, correct? Now, yes, they do have the self-checkouts, but somebody has to enter in to those systems the prices for the items that I purchased, so that I can scan it, and so they can take my card and process my payment of whatever kind it may be. Somebody, man or woman, has to do that. It's not going to function on its own. It doesn't update on its own. If I go to get gas, yes, I can pay at the pump, which I do 99.9% of the time, but somebody has to come and deliver oil to those gas stations so that I can get the gas. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why I said we all need each other. And I just kind of made a note here for myself to let you all know that on a daily basis, and when I say daily basis, I mean a daily basis, every day, not a day goes by that I don't say to you all that I love you, I care about you, I need you, and you matter to me. So you need to tell yourself that, but just know that this is how I feel about each and every one of you. And many of you I've never even met before, and probably never will get a chance to meet, and it's okay. Because just what I shared with you, I actually absolutely mean it. I do love you all. I care about each and every one of you. I want nothing but the best for you. This is why I tell you this every time I do a video. I need you, and you do matter to me. So if you think that you don't matter to anybody and nobody cares about you, that's a lie. Always remember that you matter to Michelle, and you mean the world to me. Number 5, practice gratitude. And if you've been around me long enough, you know I'm always telling you about this. So enjoy and appreciate what you have in your life instead of focusing on what's going wrong and or what you don't have. Too often I see people spending too much time focusing on what they don't have and what's going wrong in life. And it makes you wonder, well, do you have anything going right in your life? Because I never hear you talk about those things. I do hear you going on and on and on about the things that you don't have. So I make it my business that when I get up in the morning, you all know I do a prayer meditation session, but I wake up in the morning and I tell myself, Lord, I'm not going to complain about anything today. Instead, I'm going to be grateful for everything that I have. I am grateful for the people that God has put in my life. I am grateful for the things that I have. Honey, I'm even grateful for the things that I don't have, because that just means I don't have those headaches anymore. I am grateful for the mixed seasons. I told you all, when you get up in the morning, from time you get up in the morning to the time you go to bed, we've experienced pretty much all 4 seasons here in the DMV area, but I'm grateful for it. You know why? Because I'm still here to be able to witness it. So make sure you're practicing gratitude. If you don't have a gratitude journal, I want to encourage you to get one. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can just be a spiral notebook. It can be a composition book, doesn't matter. But get you a gratitude journal where every single day you write in there something that you're grateful for. I actually get mine from Amazon because they have different prompts in them. And so I just like to write in those. But it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can just be a plain notebook. But write down at least one thing that you're grateful for every single day. And I promise you, you will see the world a whole lot different. Number 6, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. I think we all have heard that over the years, many, many, many times. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react. If somebody wrongs you, for instance, Yes, they got on your last good nerve. Yes, they probably called you out your name or did something you didn't like. But 9 times out of 10, the way you reacted to it made that situation even worse. Because you got mad, you cussed that person out, and some more stuff. Come on now, I'm on your street now, because you know I'm talking to you. I've done it before. And then after I sat back and thought about it, I said, well, yeah, that person did get on my nerves, but I kind of took it over the top. And that's because sometimes we do get fed up. But I promise you, if you stop and think about, really, really think about how you're going to respond to something, you'll react to things so much more differently. You truly will, and you won't get yourself all worked up. Okay. Last but not least, number 7, don't forget to take care of yourself. Your physical and emotional well-being matter. You guys, let me tell you something. I've been down that street before where I've spent so much time taking care of everybody else, praying for everybody else, that I forgot about me. So what I want you to do, starting today, is make sure you take care of yourself, because you matter. And here's the reality. If you keep taking care of everybody else and you put yourself last, they are going to be well. It is going to be well with them. And you're going to be the one laid out or in bed with the covers up to your chin, not having the energy to get up and move. Why are you? Because you've expended all of your energy that you had to other people, and they're not pouring back into you. So you have to be careful about that too. Now, I'm not saying, because I feel you, I am a giver of my time and my energy to other people, but I also now am realizing I've got to dial it back sometimes, because I cannot keep giving myself to other people, especially if they're not pouring into me. I don't like to cut anybody off, but I will cut it back just like that. Because if you're not going to pour into me, then I'm not going to pour as much into you. Now, here's what I won't do. If you say, Michelle, I need prayer, can you pray for me? Absolutely. Because God has called me to do that for his people. So I will pray with you. I will pray for you. And then I will leave it in God's hand and go on about my business. Start taking care of yourself, you guys. Last but not least, number 8, set small goals and make sure you celebrate every achievement, no matter how great or small they may be. So the small things may seem insignificant to others, but every battle that you go through shapes the person that you are destined to become. So I wanted to end with this one because I think it is so important. There are too many times in life where people only want to celebrate the big wins, the things that everybody can see. But I want you to celebrate those small things, the things that nobody else outside of your house knows about. Celebrate those things too, because they matter. They may not be big and elaborate, but so what? They matter nonetheless, and they are just as important. So set small goals and make sure you celebrate every one of them. Because here's the other thing. A lot of times we set these huge goals and it becomes so much that you get frustrated because your mind says, all right, Lord, where do I start? How am I going to achieve this huge goal? I don't even know where to begin. That's why I said break it up into small goals. I talk about this at the first of the year. If you have one big goal for the year, break it up by quarter. You can do it by month. You can do it by week. You can do it by day. You can do it by quarter. Or you can break your yearly goal up into, this is what I want to do the first half of the year, and then write that out. But then underneath of it, break it down how you're going to achieve that. And then come up with the second half of the year, a part of that goal. And again, break it out how you're going to do it. But if you break it up into small pieces, honey, I promise you, you will be able to get through that goal. But you've got to celebrate yourself. I'm going to say this and I'm going to let you be. Far too often, we sit back and we wait for, and just in case y'all had noticed, y'all, my hair's still here. I just have it pulled back. And I'm sorry, I digress. But just, what was I going to say? Oh, sometimes people sit back and they wait for other people to congratulate them. They wait for other people to pat them on the back and say, oh, you did a wonderful job, and get up in front of a crowded room to say, everybody, I want to point out that so-and-so did this great thing. That's all fine and good. That is all fine and good. But you've got to learn to celebrate you. Stop sitting back waiting for other people to celebrate you. Celebrate yourself. I celebrate my small wins. And do you know that 9 times out of 10, like I said, outside of my immediate family, people don't even know about those small wins because I don't feel like I have to tell everybody. Now, I do share things with you all, but I don't have to tell everybody. And I celebrate myself. I do. This week, I got through my to-do list every day. So I celebrated myself and I got a Boston cream donut. Don't judge me because I don't judge you. And it was delicious, okay? Absolutely delicious. So I'm just saying, learn to celebrate every milestone that you achieve. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. It doesn't matter who knows about it or who doesn't know about it. You know, so celebrate it. Now, having said that, you guys, I'm going to let you be because I do have a couple of things I need to do before I power it down for the evening. So I want you all to, first of all, say thank you for joining me here today. As always, I enjoy each and every one of you. And as I stated before, many of you I don't know, and I probably will never get a chance to meet, but I love each and every one of you. I enjoy being able to speak life over other people. I enjoy giving people courage. I enjoy giving people the wherewithal, if you will, to keep pushing forward. You all have no idea how often somebody reaches out to me and says, Michelle, you have no idea how I wanted to give up. But I saw one of your posts or I saw one of your videos and I decided I need to keep pushing forward. Not just for me, but for the people that are counting on me to do what I said I was going to do. And so all of that brings me joy. It really, really does. And I just wanted to throw that out there. So having said that, if you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I do car conversations every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So come back tomorrow and check out tomorrow's topic. And for those of you, this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. You know, I miss you when I don't get a chance to see you. Again, go out there. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Have fun. Get in some much needed relaxation. Whatever you do, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Always keep God in the center of it. I forgot to say that, but keep God in the center of it. But also, wherever you go or whatever you do, just be careful. Watch your surroundings. Watch the people you're hanging out with because, you know, sometimes people aren't always who they seem to be. I'm gonna leave that alone, but sometimes that is the case. So just be careful about where you're going because I want you all to be safe. Have fun, but be safe, okay? I love you all to the moon and back. You know the drill and you definitely know the spiel. There is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that you can do about it because I love you all. You matter. You make a difference in my life, whether you know it or not, as I try to make one in yours. Love you. We'll talk again tomorrow.